Kate, I filled up at the gas station on the way in today.
Okay.
And someone pulled up to the pump on the opposite side, of where I was.
Right.
And then I hear like an impact wrench going. It's like tightening up the nuts or bolts or whatever the hell it's called on his tires.
Okay.
Have you ever witnessed this before?
I didn't know what an impact wrench was, so I'm going to go with no. No. At the gas station or just in general?
I think that's what it's called. It's the thing that goes...
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I have never seen that. No.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't be like, hey, buddy, everything okay?
Yeah, I think he hit every one of his wheels. Kind of it was a truck, a big pickup truck. It did have fancy looking wheels on it. With big old bolts, kind of scary looking wheels and stuff. But I was like, interesting. Not sure if it's because temperature drop or what. Very bizarre.
I mean, you didn't feel the need to say you got to do that every time you fill up or every time it gets cold or...
Just peek my head and go over, what are you doing?
Hey, buddy, everything all right?
I'm still kind of waking up on the way to work. I'm not sure what my reaction would have been.
I feel
Had he
like
been doing this at like noon or something, but
I feel like I can see your face. That like, what's happening? What? For real? Is that what's going on right now?
you are correct. I was definitely making my what the H face.
What the H, man?
Mm-hmm. Keeping it clean, Kate.
I appreciate it. Because I have very tender ears. And I don't need to hear those. I don't need to hear those cuss words.
No, our listeners can handle it, but you, frankly, cannot.
Our listeners, they can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always love it when somebody cusses around my children and they're like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm like, "Oh, trust me, they've heard it." More so in the last year that has happened when I have that conversation. 2020. Cuss in front of my kids. It's fine. They've heard worse.
I was just talking about this with a friend the other day, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm really good at censoring myself around the kids.
Oh.
He's not much of a cursor anyway.
Yeah.
Or cusser or whatever you want to call it. He's not very profane anyways.
So he turns it around. Like, does he use different words instead of cuss words? Like, oh, sugar.
Well, I just think he expresses himself without needing to exclaim things, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Too intelligent for us, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. Too cool for school. Whatever.
Yeah, and I told him about my friends, and I guess you would fall into this category.
Oh, thanks.
Who have no issue just letting it fly in front of the kids.
No, because we were cussed, and not cussed out, but we were cussed in front of as kids, and we knew the rules that you weren't supposed to cuss.
Yeah.
I mean, it still happened, but you weren't supposed to cuss.
Yeah, my parents are pretty PG. So
Matt, I told you my theory on cussing with my kids, right?
maybe, but remind me.
Okay, then I'm trying to take the taboo out of it. Like it was kind of taboo for us growing up. Like we knew we weren't supposed to do it, but like my brother who's right below me, he and I would cuss at, like not at each other, but we would cuss to each other. Like as early as like 5th and 6th grade. Like, you know, when mom and dad aren't listening. But I thought if I take the taboo out of it, if I talk to my girls, if I just say, here's the deal. I feel better when I cuss. Sometimes it's a release. I don't know what it is, but if you want to cuss, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you want to cuss. You have to ask for permission. You have to like talk it out with me, and then we'll decide, yes, you can cuss or no, you can't cuss. And it really was going pretty well until they asked me in front of Monty, and they're like, Mom, can I say da 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 da? And I'm like, okay, let's revisit these rules. Just in the car, just us girls. Don't ask in front of Dad.
Nice.
Because I definitely got like the eyeball. I was like, well, maybe if we talk about it, then it won't be as big of a deal. They won't want to do it because we have to talk about it. I don't know.
Right. Excuse me if I use this exact analogy before. I know I've used it on different things, but is it like, you know, in France or, you know, some country overseas where the kids are allowed to have a little bit of a drink, a little bit of an alcoholic beverage, and then thus when they're 20 or whatever, they're less likely to binge drink?
Right?
So maybe you wouldn't curse like the sailor that you are now, Kate? Had you been allowed to curse just a little bit when you were a kid?
Aye, Captain. I know. But it was exactly like there was a certain incident that's a huge story in our family. I was in 6th grade. I was in 8th grade. So Michael was in 5th grade. So picture 5th grade boy, and he gets in trouble in the kitchen. He gets in trouble with Dad in the kitchen. And then I'm in the living room with my mom, and we hear Michael get in trouble. And Michael has to go up to his room after he just got his butt ripped left to right and twice on Tuesday, that whole thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know that if I say anything, I'm going to get in trouble because my mom's right there. She's going to hear it and she's going to know I'm stirring the pot. So I don't say a word. But meanwhile, he has to walk by us to go upstairs to his room. And without saying a word, I just looked at him and smiled. And that was enough to send 5th grade Michael into F off Kate. And he kept on going up the stairs. And like the look on my mother's face and the feeling inside me was pure magic, because I was like, oh man, you are gonna die. And I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. And my mom was like, Kevin, Michael, you just keep on going up those stairs. And we have a good, like, oh, Michael's so perfect. Yeah, well, he was saying F off in 5th grade. So not that cool. Oh, just priceless moment. Like, parents want their kids to remember, like, Christmas mornings. And I remember my brother saying F off.
That is a good memory.
Oh, man, the look on my mom's face. Michael's eyes got a little big because I don't know if he didn't know Mom was there or if he just let it fly and was like, whoops, it happened.
Right. I've already made it this far. This isn't going to get any worse.
It happened. Yeah. But all I can say is, like, my child is 1 year off of 5th grade, and I cannot imagine. I can see her saying, like, poop, the other word for poop, but I cannot see her dropping an F-bomb. Elliot gets a little bit more creative. When she asks to say a cuss word, she has to tell me what letter it starts with, and then she gets a little bit more creative. And then I'm trying to be an adult and a responsible adult and be like, okay, that wasn't as funny. Like, let's reel it back in. Be a mom again. Be a grown-up. Come on.
So I imagine you have at least one word that you do not use.
I have 2 words that I don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Oh.
I don't do GD or JC. And if I do, I feel really bad afterwards. But did I miss a word that that you were trying to drop?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't trying to drop it. Many people think it's the most offensive word in the language.
Is that the F one? I know. I feel like I'm really revealing my true colors. Is it the F one, or is it the D, or is it the C?
Nope.
I haven't said it yet.
There you go.
The C.
There you go.
Oh no.
Right. See, don't you agree? It's not the most offensive one out there.
It is awful.
Yeah, call someone that and prepare to die.
Oh man. Use it in a sentence and people are going to crucify you. Yeah,
I think Ricky Gervais had said, for them, overseas, I mean, you use it all the time and it's not too bad. Not that bad of a thing. Or maybe it's even a friendly thing. I don't know.
So Ricky Gervais, well, he's British. He's British, and we watched a British movie that was directed by Guy Ritchie. Hugh Grant is in it, Charlie Hunnam, but Matthew McConaughey plays an American. But they say that word. Monty and I joked if we started a drinking game that every time that they said that movie, by the end of the movie, we'd be smashed. But like I didn't know what you just said about Ricky Gervais, that it's not that. I assumed it's not that big of a deal, but I also this is a grown-up movie, a British movie, that maybe, okay, it's not as big of a deal. They say that word a lot in that movie. What is that?
Yeah, the Brits get away with, do you hear what they call cigarettes?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Kate, I'm especially proud of this podcast description. I'm not sure if you saw the one from yesterday or not.
No, I have not seen it.
So our podcast synopsis always contains like questions, and then it's like the answers to these questions in today's show.
Yes.
And so the first one is it okay to tattle on a tattletale, especially when the tattletale was worthy of being tattled on before the tattletale told?
Fantastic.
So I felt very pleased with myself for typing that out. And for the fact I was able to just say that.
That was, right, I was more impressed with that because typing, you can just be like, boop, 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 delete.
Right.
Yeah.
So Matt and Kate, the podcast. Simply search your podcast player for Matt and Kate, and we're there.
We are there. Absolutely free, too. You don't have to
That's right. No,
purchase.
we're not charging you for it.
Just subscribe. You'll get us all the time. There are some interesting things that Oprah is calling her favorite things, but at the same time, I want to be like, really, Oprah, are you really using that Mikochina log carrier? Like, I do not see you bringing in your own logs, girl. I'm sorry. Or the giant tie-dye hoodies. There are some nice things on Oprah's favorite things on the list, and it's all on Amazon right now. So you can go through the list and have them shipped to your family members and skip all the gift wrap. But some of these things, I'm like, that's definitely Oprah. Like a olive oil set that's almost $100. Yeah, I get you, Oprah. That's probably you. Or the Philip Ashley chocolate turtle set, which is, you're going to eat them, but it's $55. Yeah, that's very Oprah.
Yeah, I don't know. Does she need two different styles of reading glasses?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
I
guess you have one style of reading glasses for the can and one style for the...
Are you looking at the list right now?
The couch. I'm looking at the Amazon page.
Yeah. So she's got a couple of glasses on there from the same line, but that's the part that shocks me. I'm like, really, Oprah? Only $29 on those glasses? Okay.
Yeah, we got the Colette reading glasses and we got the Lulu reading glasses.
Right.
Both from the Ryan Simkai collection. Are you going to let me get away with saying Oprah implying Oprah has to use the toilet like that?
I mean, everybody does.
Well, I know. It's just funny to think about Oprah on there reading a book on the can.
I mean, I'm going to try not to think about it, but...
Well, I was thinking, I bet you she's a bathtub reader, don't you think?
I could see that, yeah.
But on the toilet, I don't know. Does Oprah seem like the type she's going to just hang out there on the toilet for hours on end?
I mean...
I guess it depends on which phase Oprah's in.
She's got a book club, so when's she going to get all that reading in?
She doesn't really oscillate. Her weight doesn't really dramatically change like it used to.
No, but she's got what does she own, Weight Watchers now? Or she's one of the major owners of Weight Watchers?
Yeah, at some point, maybe still a big investor, yeah. W, you mean? Isn't it just called W or something now? Or WW or...
Maybe.
Or Weight.
Wait.
Or just Watch. Well, I got to go to Watch. Okay.
Oh, man, there are some cute things in here, though. If I had more money, like ultra comfortable pants, $148. No, Oprah, those are sweats, and you get them at Walmart. You don't need $148 sweatpants. Come on. But I do like that there are some toys in there and some food items, some new hiking boots.
Yeah, the Tina Turner That's My Life book, where you can get 3 for the price of 2.
There you go.
You can give all your friends the Tina Turner book for Christmas.
What's love got to do? Got to do with... I love me some Tina Turner.
Oh, yeah. Simply the best.
Knife set. Well played. Very good.
What knife set are you excited about?
The Thomas Keller knife set by Kangshan. Never heard of it, but $2.99.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like you get very many. It's not a knife block. It's 2 knives.
Yeah, 2 knives.
Does that mean those are the only knives you'd ever need? Why have a whole block when you can have these 2 from Oprah's favorite things?
Maybe. I have about like a 3 knife set, like 3 knives, like for just like for preparing food.
Okay.
And I just use the middle sized one for all the things.
For all the things.
Yeah. And then, of course, I have butter knives and steak knives which could, in a alternate history, go into a block with those other knives. But when I got one of those magnetic things, Kate. Ka-dunk.
Oh, you do have one of those, yeah.
Where I can throw my knife from across the kitchen.
Nice. We used to have one that, remember those things that you, this is so hard to describe, but I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a rectangle, and on one side it's got plexiglass, and on the other side it's opened, but it's got all the like pins that go through. So you can make shapes with the pins, like with your hand as the pins go through your hand.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it presses up against the glass. I
or
have
through
no
your face if you're really adventurous.
Exactly. I don't know what that's called, but we had a knife block they were all pins like that. They didn't push through or anything, but you just slid your knives in there so you weren't trying to like put your knives in a slot. It was a really great idea, and I thought it was pretty awesome. It collected dust like nobody's business, though.
Okay, I was going to guess that maybe it would dull the blades, too.
I think it was supposed to help the blades, or at least that's what I told myself.
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess that makes some kind of sense.
Some kind of sense. I mean, I bought it, so maybe it didn't make sense. So
Oprah's favorite things also include dog hoodies.
Yes.
So you got one for a tiny dog, and the dog hoodies have words on them: grateful, loved, blessed.
Yes. And then she just released this list last week, and there's already a few things that are unavailable. I don't know if they're unavailable because they are sold out. Like
there's
earrings.
the Savage X Fenty fleece jumpsuit. Isn't that a Rihanna product?
I believe so.
Or brand?
That's gone.
Those typically, her stuff, I think, sells out a lot, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
And then the Fresh dolls are sold out. Malik and Mia, the Fresh dolls.
And then some earrings and
outdoor television, Kate, $3,500.
Write the check.
Get it for the house. I don't know. TVs are so cheap right now that you could just, go ahead and say, my concerns about the environment, whatever, and then just put them out there and just let them stay out there until they die in the elements.
Okay.
I think it'd take you a long time before you got to $2,500 or $3,500 if you just buy cheap TV sets and let them just wither in the sun. But
just hang out on the deck. I get you.
But yeah, that's kind of a wasteful thing to be doing, I guess. I don't know.
She does have her own food line. I didn't know that. Winfrey Foods Royal Relish. Small batch, family recipe, Nashville hot, very spicy chow chow relish. So if you're wanting to spice up your relish in the new year, Matt.
Yeah, maybe.
I like a good relish.
The cocoa and seed grow kits are sold out.
Oh, man.
I could see Oprah having a hydroponic pot garden in her house. Couldn't you see that? Doesn't she seem like maybe she...
Jim Belushi, definitely. Oprah, I don't know.
You don't think Oprah's smoking pot over there?
I mean, I can't see it at her house. I could see it on her farm where somebody maintains, and she just comes over every now and then, gets her stash, and goes back. No.
I imagine Oprah can roll a pretty good doobie. I don't know.
Or makes brownies. That's
Oprah's
how
picks on.
I imagine it being like something from the kitchen, something infused.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually see her smoking on her porch. I see her in the kitchen, let's put a little bit more in. This is my night batch. And these are only 2 points.
Oprah the pothead. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Let's see. Nothing else grabs my...
Tory Burch face masks.
What was it?
They're cute. Tory Burch, she's a designer. She's got some face masks on here.
Okay.
Not the kind that clear up your pores or make your skin glow. The kind that protect you and save you from a virus. Oh.
Assorted tea gift set.
Oh, Matt, there you go. You see any teas on there that you're like, I'd drink that?
I just ordered some tea. Actually, it just showed up in my house yesterday.
What do you do for tea?
I get loose leaf from Upton Tea.
Upton?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Lipton?
Correct. Upton, U-P.
Is that on purpose?
T-O-N. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they got a ton of different varieties. I got some green tea, Japanese sencha,
Okay.
And I got some white tea.
Oh. Never had
some
that.
of the cheaper white tea. One thing that's nice about this website is they'll break down the cost per cup. And I typically opt for the teas that are like somewhere between like 20 and 30 cents a cup. And you can get pretty expensive, Kate. You can get like I was like, ooh, that looks good. And it's like $2.50 a cup. And I was like,
Thanks, but no thanks.
I don't think so. Even though, I mean, people pay at least that much if they were to go get a tea at a coffee shop or something.
Absolutely.
But no, too rich for my blood. So previously I had done Earl Grey. I'm a big Earl Grey fan. But that's a little bit more caffeinated. I've been trying to stay on the lighter teas, the green and the whites, which have less caffeine in them, you know.
I did a tea subscription for my niece. Was it last year, maybe 2 years ago, where every other month she'd get a little box with different kinds of teas in there. And it was a pretty box and pretty, presentation. But she's a big tea drinker. And then I think she was getting more tea than she could keep up with type of thing. So
she's more tea than woman now. It's a Star Wars reference. You know that, Kate?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, talking about Darth Vader. Obi-Wan's like, he's more machine than man now. Something like that.
Something. Okay.
Yeah. And he was, turns out.
Turns out.
So Oprah's favorite things. There we go. This is exciting stuff.
All available on Amazon. All you have to do is go to Amazon and you'll see Oprah's favorite things.
Mm-hmm. I think I got all the good ones.
I think so.
There's some slippers and some hats, or like winter hats, whatever. Headbands.
Ranch
coffee.
jams.
There's a coffee set in there to complement your tea set. So
sea salt gift set. That's weird.
You don't have a friend who's a sea salt enthusiast, Kate?
I like sea salt with my caramel and my chocolate.
Well, there you go. Maybe it's one of Oprah's favorite things to prepare the Christmas gift plates for the neighborhood
next year.
Oh, there you go, Kate. You could make some confectionaries for your new neighbors, your upcoming neighbors.
Pull them out, Matt.
Yeah,
I know you got it.
We've got Jean and Kim.
Yeah.
We've got Kevin and Valerie.
You got it.
And we've got Chad and Anna. Is that right?
So proud of you.
Yep.
Well done.
I'm going to be in trouble, I think, once you meet the neighbors whose house is in a state of less progress than yours, the whole house.
Yeah, I don't know them.
The people of the whole.
People of the whole people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well done, Matt. Well done.
Thank you. So do you think you're going to make a Christmas plate for them?
Is it too soon? We won't even be living there and we already bring them over a plate of goodies?
It'd be kind of fun social experiment to see how they respond, but then you'll be their neighbors for a potentially very long time.
Great experiment idea, Matt. But if it goes...
And then you'll cost yourself all kinds of dinner parties.
The wrong way, we're screwed.
Okay. Well, more than anything, it was just an opportunity for me to show off my name memorization skills.
Well done. So proud.
And that was the main reason why I wanted to mention it.
So proud of you.
And I don't have it written down. To be clear, I do not have these names written down.
To be clear, it's all up top. Steel trap up there, huh, Matt?
Sometimes. Depends. Winfrey Foods Chow Chow Pickles. Did you mention those?
I did.
During the relish conversation.
Oh, I thought that was... Okay, sorry. I thought that was the same thing. Because when you click on it, the jar says Royal Relish.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, yeah, Royal Relish is the Winfrey Brands Royal Relish. And then there's a sub-brand. Okay, so Winfrey Foods is the Oprah's food label.
Mm-hmm.
And then Royal Relish is a sub-label that's a variety of different styles of pickle.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Spicy Chow Chow Relish.
And then what are the other ones? Let me see. I'm clicking through now.
Nashville Hot and Original Chow Chow Relish.
Okay. All right, Oprah.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
But now I'm confused because it said Chow Chow Pickles. But clearly, and then it just takes us straight to relish.
Mm-hmm.
And I consider relish to be a different food product than pickle.
I would agree. I would still say it's in the pickle family.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I would agree that they're different.
I can pop pickles, but I'm not going to start eating spoonfuls of relish.
I would agree with you there as well. And I love pickle juice, but I'm not going to start drinking relish.
Right. Get real, Oprah.
Come on, Oprah. Spread some of your cash and I'll eat the relish. Those cookies look good.
There is something just delightful about saying Oprah. I don't know.
Oprah? My aunt used to call her Oprah. She's like, that
Oprah.
That Oprah Winfrey. I saw it on Oprah the other day. Oprah. It's Oprah. Oh, man. I'm just so sad about Alex Trebek, Matt. I am just so sad. And I guess the nice thing is they said he worked up to about 10 days before he passed away.
Wow.
Right? 80.
I was going to say, from what I'd seen, you couldn't tell that he was sick at all. I mean,
well,
energy level and all that. Where I would imagine I would just be like hunched over.
Yeah, you could tell his hair was different from the treatment. And I thought he had a little bit of moon face. But at the same time, when you've got like a makeup crew, they could probably help that out quite a bit. But seeing some of the commercials and seeing, some of the upcoming episodes or something, and you'd look at how he's changed, because I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy on Netflix. So this is Jeopardy a couple of years ago. So it feels like I haven't watched the evolution all the way through. It's just like Alex then to Alex
Yeah, I was
now.
curious because I've only seen clips. I haven't seen any full episodes of Jeopardy in forever. I'm not very good at it, and I don't like things that I'm not good at.
I don't
good at.
buy that. I bet you'd be really good at Jeopardy.
I don't want to play. Well, maybe it's because the people on TV are much better than I am. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think sometime when we have lunch together, we're going to have to watch Jeopardy over our lunch break so we can, because I think you're going to be better than you say you are. And maybe you're just being really humble right now. Like, I'm not that good. And you would smoke me. I don't know. Is this you hustling me on Jeopardy, Matt?
I think you might beat me, Kate. How about $1,000 bet?
Okay. Make it a true daily
I don't
double.
think so. I'm just not very good at geography, for example.
Okay.
I thought you give me a map of the United States. I'm like, too many of those are squares.
See, I feel like the United States I can pretty much nail down. We start going to Europe, and I am in a guessing game.
Yeah, there's too many states on the East Coast. It gets confusing in there for
and
me.
Those tiny ones up in the Northeast, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
So I feel like the geography is where I would just get swallowed in Jeopardy, that kind of stuff.
There is a Jeopardy clip that I saw last week, and I don't know if it just got to me last week or if it was really floating around last week. There was a contestant, and it was a new episode because they're all socially distanced on the set, and he was of Indian descent, and he was talking about how he would sit on his grandpa's lap, and he learned English because of watching Jeopardy and Alex Trebek.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And he got really choked up, and I was crying because it was so sweet. And then there's Alex just thank you. Trying to keep it all together. He's not going to gush. He's not going to you're doggone right I taught you English. I've been here for 36 years. No, he was just super sweet. But in the same breath, I did see an Alex Trebek outtakes reel yesterday where he's just trying to do these promos that they would run after the show. It's not in the show outtakes. And he can't get the contest right, and he's cussing, but it's funny cussing. It's not oh man, Alex Trebek is having a meltdown, but it's just oh, God love him. You like him even more to know that he had outtakes.
Gotcha. He didn't have an F it, we'll do it live moment.
It wasn't F it, let's do it live. There was a couple oh, F it. How can I not get this? And
but you know what I mean, that Bill O'Reilly clip where he's clearly just going apoplectic.
I don't know, but I believe you because it's Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, it's from when he was on Inside Edition back in the day.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know that one.
Oh, God, Kate. Yeah, you got to...
Inside Edition.
Look up F it, we'll do it live.
Wasn't Inside Edition a Entertainment Tonight? Kind of like a tabloid show? Bill O'Reilly did that?
Yes.
No kidding. I just thought he was a smug jerk on Fox.
And Kate.
Okay, Matt.
Yes.
Did you watch the video I sent you yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Matt, this is the craziest thing. I don't know how this isn't like all over the news. Did I just like delete it?
I was going to say, where's it in the document? Because I'm looking for it in here.
I just deleted it. I was trying to delete Oprah and I deleted undo.
Trying to delete Oprah. That sounds like canceling someone. That sounds like cancel culture.
I know.
This delete culture's got to stop.
Okay. Well, I put it in Teams when we were talking about it.
How dare you delete Oprah?
Matt.
Kate.
This is nuts. There was a helicopter crash. Wait, it's trying to open YouTube and I don't want it to open YouTube. Don't open YouTube. No, you're not. Did you hear that?
I think the library may offer classes that the elderly are able to go learn computers. But they might not right now due to COVID-19.
Are you saying I need to go to the library to learn how to use computers?
Oh, no, I was just putting that factoid out there for anyone who might need that advice. Not necessarily you.
Not just me. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Not necessarily
I thought
you.
that was definitely to me. Okay, I'm trying to
might have been
find out where this was because I found a story yesterday that a helicopter transporting a donor heart crashed on a helipad at a Southern California hospital. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I deleted that page, so now I can't find all the facts. So now
it doesn't matter what's the heart survive or not.
Okay, so the heart survived. The pilot had some injuries. The other two people on the helicopter complained of no medical issues, but they had to like rescue the heart out of the helicopter. So then they get the heart out of the helicopter because it was in, I guess, like they show a technician underneath the helicopter on its side, and he's like messing with things, like he's working underneath it. And then he hands this box to someone, and that's the heart. So then they're showing, this is all from another helicopter where you're like, oh, sweet Lord, please be careful. They show the guy holding the heart walking back to like to the hospital. He trips and he falls and the heart goes shooting across the ground. Another doctor comes, there's three people that go after the doctor that fell, and there's just one guy that goes after the heart to pick it up, and then they all walk in together. They still used this heart in someone. Now I need a follow-up story. How is the person who got the heart? Do they know that their heart was in a helicopter crash and was dropped?
Yeah, it sounds like a medical sitcom.
It sounds like Scrubs, doesn't it?
Right.